Hey everybody, Mark Herman, aka LA Bengal fan on Twitter, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, repping the Bengals here. Week 1 preview. I'm excited. Let's get right into it. I'm wearing my Joe Burrow jersey. This is its maiden voyage. I just pulled the tags off it, so I'm wearing the home Burrow jersey, and I'm ready. First and foremost, we have to really be encouraged by what we saw Thursday night in the Chiefs-Houston game. I really expected that to be a sloppy game. I expected a lot more penalties, a lot more false starts, and all the stuff you see when teams are rusty and not ready, and that was not the case. So hopefully we see the same thing this weekend with a larger slate of our games being played. If that's the case, it's really going to make a statement that we don't need 4 preseason games. Heck, we might not need any preseason games. I always think back to the Kenny Irons game when we drafted him. I think he was a second-round pick. Very first touch of the ball in the Silverdome against the Lions. He catches his cleat in the turf, rips up his knee, never touches the ball again for Cincinnati in any kind of meaningful way, and just the end of his career right there before it ever started. I'm not a big fan of preseason and putting the guys at risk, and if we see the caliber of football that we saw Thursday night, if we see that this Sunday, they should seriously think about maybe just going to 1 preseason game, if none. But let's see how that plays out next year. Let's get right into the preview. We've got some good and some bad, so let's touch on both of them. First of all, the bad for us, obviously we're facing a Bosa. Who's going to block him? Hubbard's been playing Bosa's role in the scrimmages. Hopefully Jonah's ready and the line's ready. Hopefully Turner and Zach Taylor have a scheme that's going to keep Joe Burrow upright long enough for us to put up some points. I do believe this offense, I said it in my last video, this offense has plenty of weapons around Joe Burrow. If he can do and show us what he showed us in scrimmages and showed us at LSU, this could be a really scary offense. I'm really not that concerned about us offensively. I think this team's going to put up points. I've said before, the big question mark is the defense, especially our linebacking core, because we've got a bunch of young kids there. We could really use Gather and Bailey to step up and play really well. I know Jordan Evans is slated as a starter, but I think one of those guys can easily work their way into the starting lineup. Certainly have the talent for it. But we have to see how these young guys pan out. Facing Joey Bosa, that's a problem. Next, they do have a stout defensive line and they have a stout secondary. If there's a weakness, it's in their linebacking core, and I'm talking about the Chargers. But they have Kenneth Murray at middle linebacker, and he's a playmaker. This guy's a stud. I always worry about the guys that I wanted on our team, because they always seem to come out and burn us when they're on other teams. I'm thinking about Devin Bush recently, but in this case, I wanted Murray or Queen to follow us in the second round. It didn't happen. Murray wound up here on San Diego, and he's starting middle linebacker for them. Queen wound up on Baltimore. We're going to get to see him twice a year. That's not a gift, but I am concerned about that. Hopefully, it doesn't turn out to be anything. Injury-wise, some good news for us because of San Diego Chargers is Derwin James isn't playing. He's on IR for the rest of the year, and Mike Pouncey is out for the year, or out for this game. So they don't have their starting center. They don't have their big hitting safety in the season. However, we don't have Geno Atkins. We don't have Sean Williams. So I'm very bummed that we don't have. I was really looking forward to seeing Geno and Reeder together. Hopefully that'll happen in the second week. But this just shows you how much bigger that Mike Daniels signing is, that we at least have Mike Daniels to be playing alongside Reeder. So hopefully we're able to stop the run. The big question mark, like I said, is going to be our defense and whether we can stop the Chargers and how our linebacking core is, because we got gashed last year against the run, and I'm hoping we're a lot better with our defensive line and with our linebackers. So that's the question there. In terms of points, I really think there's a huge advantage for not having a preseason. I don't think the Chargers, we know what Tyrod Taylor is, and I think we're going to be able to contain him. I'm not that worried about Tyrod Taylor. The Chargers have no idea what they're going to see in Joe Burrow. We have a lot of players in skill positions. We can make a lot of noise. We have a lot of weapons just like the Chiefs do. Like I said, I think we're going to put up points. I think the no preseason is an absolute huge advantage for us, both defensively and especially on offense. I think this team puts up points. If that offensive line can just be average, can just be middle of the road offensive line this season, and our defense can step up and our linebackers, we can have a middle of the road defensive linebacking core, I think we're going to do very well. I really look for the Bengals to win this game this week. I know I'm a cup half full guy, and everybody tells me you're the optimist Bengal fan, but I really think we have a chance, especially with the Chargers not knowing what they're going to see. The Browns will have a game footage to watch for the Thursday night game because we're back on the short week playing Thursday night against the Browns. But the Chargers have no idea what they're going to see. I think we shocked the world. I think the Burrow era starts with a positive game this Sunday, and I'm really looking forward to it. I'm going to try to get my recap video up as soon as I can. I'm going to be watching the Bengal game at a friend's house with some other Bengal fans. I will try to get it up either before, but most likely after the Sunday night football game because I'll be driving back to watch the Cowboy-Ram game. So look for a recap late Sunday night. I will get something up. Also, I had planned, the reason why this is coming in so late this week is I had planned to do a joint show with Sam Schneider, who's a founder of Bengals West out here, but he also covers the Chargers for the Score Crow. And we tested out Zoom. We were all set to do a two-person show. You would have had the two correspondents from my old channel back doing the preview, and unfortunately he had some health issues. I hope you're feeling better. I hope you're doing well, Sam, because I did want to do some joint shows with him this year, but this would have been the perfect week since he covers the Chargers for the Score Crow, but it didn't work out. So I wish him the best. Also, DGBG from the old channel, the Browns guy, I know he's back in Ohio with his mom, who had some health issues too, so hopefully she's on the mend. We want to send our best wishes out to her. And with that, I'm going to say hoo to everybody. Let's get that win on Sunday, and hopefully I am a happy guy putting up a happy recap Sunday night. Hoo to everybody.